Hello and welcome to the group. If you're new to the group, I'm happy to be putting on this lunch ideas group for everyone. Not only do I hope that it's helpful for you, but honestly, it's helpful for me too, because I am, of course, also right in the thick of it all. And it kind of encouraged me to come up with new ideas and do some more exploring and stuff like that. And I'm like standing here and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to finish doing these and I'm going to come on live and then I'll explain to them what I'm doing. And then I'm like, well, maybe I'll just start the video while I'm finishing this up and show them exactly what I'm doing. And I'm going to show you a lunch that I'm working on today. So for those of you who don't know me, I am a mom. And I work almost full time. I don't work at my day job on Mondays, but I work my business on Mondays. And I have a husband and 4 kids. And I've got one that just went into high school this year. And then I've got a grade 6er. And then I have my twins who are in the process of gradual entry into kindergarten. So it's a big year for us. And I've had to kind of come back to exploring lunches for kindergartners, but really the lunches that I'm doing can work for anyone. It's really up to you what you want to put into it. I personally like to try to keep stuff that can work across the board. Because the girls are they're doing gradual entry and they're only going for part of the day today. They're only going in the afternoon. I kept their lunch super simple, and I'll talk about, a little bit fancier lunches later in the week. But I thought that I would jump on and I would show you guys what I'm up to, and I will give you the real mom version, and then I'll give you some ideas or things that you can think about if you're a rock star mom. And if you're a rock star mom, I salute you. I'm just going to keep it honest. I am a real life mom. Our days, like I'm sure all of yours are just full. It never stops from 6 a.m. to 10 or later at night. And so I have to keep things simple. I wish I could be I would never normally do this. I'll talk about that in a second. I have to keep it very simple, very basic, because that's just the stage of life that we're in. So I'll give you those ideas for fancier stuff. If you have the time to make that happen, then that's awesome. But I'll show you the way that I actually do things. So I thought that I would talk about containers just really quickly. Obviously, if you can keep your kids' lunch more organized, the better. So if it's in an actual lunch kit, they open it up, everything's there. I don't know how it was for you when you were going to school, but if your stuff's all randomly in your bag, I would forget about stuff. And obviously there's no chance you're going to eat it if something is in its own little baggie or just loose at the bottom of your bag and you have to fish around to even find it. I find that I don't have success with that with the kids. And I remember myself as a kid, those items would just, you'd find them a month later and it's like this shriveled up piece of fruit, disgusting, that's going moldy in the bag. It happens. Maybe it doesn't happen to you. It happens around here for sure. And so I'm trying to really keep everything in the lunch kit, be mindful of the space that it allows, and make it work. Whether you use plastic containers, glass containers. The glass containers, I love them and I use them for my own lunch. So I'll get one that's even the big size like this and I'll place my items in it, but they're heavy. And so for the kids, maybe they don't work as well. I just am a glass fan. I don't love plastic as much, but I'm not a total health freak, but I'm mindful of stuff like that. Even though I know you can get them BPA free and stuff like that. For the kids, of course, it works. It works for you too. If that's okay for you, you do what works for you. I totally get it. This is actually a large ice cube maker. I think that's the intention. I got this a long time ago And it also works for little eaters. And the thing that I love about it, so it's silicone, I'm pretty sure. And the thing that I love about it is that it makes little sections for little food. So really easy for the girls to just kind of pick out what they want. And it keeps the items separate. So I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, something my mom would often give me for lunches was cheese and crackers. And I'm sure you know that if you have your cheese and your crackers in a baggie together, your crackers will go mushy from the moisture from the cheese, and that's disgusting. So I don't have any cheese today because we're all out. I need to go grocery shopping. But if you cut your cheese up into the slices, they also fit into a little container like this really nicely. The other thing that I would normally do, and as I'm like, so Mondays are, I did do a little bit yesterday, but Mondays are kind of my get everything together. Thanks for the thumbs up. But these, I went into the fridge, and usually we either go to a local deli. Here it's called Fratelli. It's downtown, which is close to our house. Or we buy these natural selections because they don't have all the crap. They have less crap in them. And normally I would roll that up and kind of stuff them in there. So I kind of did the same idea, but with the cucumber today because these are still frozen, so I need to thaw them. But I would try to have them in there as a protein. So I'm always trying as much as I can to cover the food groups so that they have a really good, well-balanced meal. You know, a whole grain carb is, of course, your best bet. And then as many veggies as you can get into your kids as possible. We always buy the organic baby carrots because they just work. They work for me as well as they work for the kids. They're easy to pick up. They're colorful. They're bright. The kids are more likely to eat them. If you're a real life mom like me, you buy these little peppers because they can also be easily picked up and eaten. If you're a rock star mom, you probably slice them up and then put them in there, but not me. That works for me because it literally takes 2 seconds. I even have a little apple in here. And again, if you're a rock star mom, you are probably cutting up the apple, or maybe you're doing a rainbow variety of fruit on a stick like this because the kids, I posted that this morning, the kids love the sticks. They love to be able to pick off a fruit salad off of a stick, a fruit kebab. I mean, that's just fun. But yes, so the carbs, the veggies, a little piece of fruit, and then a protein. If you're a vegetarian, then whatever works for you and for your family, whether it's beans or tofu or whatever it is, then you would have a protein serving. And then these mini kind bars, are they perfect? No, this is a real life mom kind of strategy. Also, if your school is just peanut free, if it's nut free in general, this bar wouldn't have worked. But of course, a rock star mom, if you wanted to put in something, maybe you make your own dessert, your own baked good. If you have the time for that, that is always ideal. And I have my own thoughts on baked goods and what is the best option. So to me, if and when I have the time, if I can make something at home, that is always my preference. Because obviously I don't put any preservatives in it. I have complete control over the quality of the ingredients. I believe that organic is important. And I know that not everyone believes that, and that's fine. That's just my opinion. And so if I can make that baked good with organic flour, organic wheat that's not been sprayed, is a very big deal to me. As well as the rest of the ingredients, I get to control the type of sweetener that's in it. So if I substitute out a different type of sugar or a different type of syrup to make it a little bit healthier, I just have complete control over that. And I really like that. So if you have the time to do something like that as well, of course, that would be my recommendation. Another reason why I don't always do that, if I'm being totally honest, is because then I will eat it all. And that's not always in line with my goals. So you have to do what's right for you. At the end of the day, you do what is right for you and you do what works. But so like for me, I got little twinnies. So whether you're putting fruit or cucumbers rolled up or meat on here, just get it onto the stick. I'm going to cut it in half so that the girls each get half of it. And then I would cut off the pointy end because I think the teacher would appreciate that. And then it's ready to go for them. And so it's just a cute little lunch that they can grab. And will they make it through all of it? No, probably not. But at least I've given them enough options that they're not going to be hungry and that they're hopefully going to make some good choices in that. So that's an example for today. I will continue to come with more info about lunches and lunch ideas. And if you have questions for me or comments, please drop them below. I'd love to hear from you. Or if you're wondering about specific things, I can absolutely cover them. My girls aren't really into dipping their veggies, but you could put in a little container of dip if your kids would go for hummus. That would be my choice. If I could get my kids to eat anything for dip, it would be hummus. But whatever works for them. So, all right. That's it for right now. And I'll be back with more info later. Thanks for watching and have a great day.